A few recent incidences have confirmed more than ever before that even after we have dealt with the UDA government, as the people of Kenya, as the sovereign, we still have something else to deal with called the political class. Because very clearly, the political class are playing games. Okay? Even our very favorite politicians that we love so much are not who they seem to be. They're not. These people are just all politicians. And all politicians are the same. Or so it seems. Now, Farah Maalim, a close ally of William Samoei Ruto these days, has been reappointed the deputy party leader of the Wiper Party. Okay? And don't forget, he voted yes for the finance bill. In fact, both finance bills. In fact, both the finance bills of 2023 and 2024. And most recently, his name appeared on that piece of paper to impeach Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Now that last one is interesting because the Wiper Party leader, Kalonzo Musyoka, has openly come out to give his support for Rigathi Gachagua and is definitely against the impeachment. So you have a party leader who is against the impeachment and a deputy party leader who is for the impeachment. Kwani hao watu wanatubeba mafala aje? How does that make sense to you? In politics, when the vote and position of the party leader is very different from that of the deputy party leader, how does that work? Please explain to me, because I don't understand. Now we'll come back to that in a minute, okay, because there's a deeper story there I'm sure you want to hear. Now, I believe we are all very much aware that Morara Kebaso, the activist, the young Gen Z guy, who has caused waves, political waves countrywide, we're all aware that he was assaulted the other day at Bomas of Kenya. People threw chairs at him, and he was injured so badly that he had to be admitted in a hospital. Now, one of the people who was throwing chairs at him is a woman. Oh yes, you heard me right. And she has been identified. And she has apologized. However, I want to draw your attention to her party affiliation, because it is important. Now, in such an instance, one would expect that the culprit, the people responsible for this, would be from the UDA party, or at the very least, from Bonde la Ufa, protecting the presidency. However, this lady has affiliations to, wait for this one, the Orange Democratic Movement. And she is specifically linked to some Nairobi MPs, legislators, politicians, all belonging to the ODM party. Now, it is very obvious that what this tells us is that this attack came from people who are supporters of the ODM party. And we're made to believe that a large chunk of the ODM party is still in the opposition. That means on our side, the sovereign, the people of Kenya. However, this particular information rubbishes that completely. It would seem that young Morara Kebaso has attracted some enemies from the opposition, from people who are supposed to be on his side, but in actual fact, they are not. It would seem that ODM Nairobi is against Morara Kebaso. I'm sorry, that is what the evidence tells us very clearly, because this is politics. And remember, in politics, it is very rare for something like this to happen spontaneously. Why attack Morara Kebaso? For nothing. He was just attending a public participation event. So why attack him? Bottom line, This was planned by Morara Kebaso's political enemies. Okay? And I will not name Morara Kebaso's political enemies. All I'll do is point you to the evidence. The woman belongs to which party? She is associated to which Nairobi MPs? Okay? Just fill in the gaps for yourself. Do the sums for yourself and answer that question for yourself as to who Morara Kebaso's enemies are. Oh boy. That clearly tells us all politicians are really taking us for a ride. I don't need to remind you of an MP, a firebrand MP, leader of the minority, called Opiyo Wandayi. I don't think I need to remind you of the way he behaved, especially after he was appointed cabinet secretary. The man changed, started praising the Ruto regime. This same legislator who used to pretend he is for the people through and through and is for the people until the end. How did he behave? How has he been behaving? Yeah, even telling us that the Adani energy deal is good for the country. Hey. Yep, my friends, we are on our own. Forget about politicians. The whole lot of them. Okay? Now back to this Farah Maalim manenos. Now there's no way Farah Maalim would have been appointed, or rather reappointed, deputy leader of the Wiper Party for nothing. There is a reason. And I'm afraid it will not take a lot of calculations to know that the reasons have to do with State House. Okay? It seems that Farah Maalim is the one who is going to be in charge of distributing the Ruto goodies to members of the Wiper Party. You see, all these politicians never say no to goodies. They don't care where it comes from. And indeed at the moment, it is only coming from State House. Na inaonekana hao majamaa wako na njaa. They are hungry. They are willing to eat. It doesn't matter where the food is coming from. But the biggest disappointment has to be party leader Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Because currently we are told that since Raila is going after the AU job or whatever, Kalonzo Musyoka is now the leading light of Azimio. Are you sure? So the leading light of Azimio has accepted a deal with State House to welcome back this Farah Maalim guy as deputy party leader so that he can facilitate and coordinate things with State House. So, what is Kalonzo Musyoka's stand? What is his stand? Because if he's assisting State House, by the way, is there something in it for him? Is it easy to convince anybody that there was nothing for him in this deal that suddenly saw Farah Maalim back at the Wiper Party as deputy party leader? And at a time when it doesn't make any sense. I mean, this man just voted just the other day, yeah, for the finance bill. He is supporting Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment. Kalonzo Musyoka is not. Yani hao majamaa wanatubeba mafala aje. So bottom line, political class is not on the side of Kenyans. It is now official. The political class is on the side of making money. The political class is on the side that will have an advantage for them. That is what it is. Hey. Anyway, let us get used to the idea that really we are on our own. with our God. Unfortunately, our God is all powerful. There is nothing that is difficult for the Ancient of Days. That is very encouraging. And I am reminded of the wise words of the good book. Those who put their trust in another man are cursed. You should never do that. So don't trust politicians, even your favorite politicians. Now, my very latest special report may explain this latest very discouraging development, because it reveals a lot, including that story of Uhuru Kenyatta. Where is Uhuru Kenyatta? Where is he really? Is it true he was admitted to a hospital, as the rumors are saying? Well, you'll get the shocking answer in my latest special report, as well as a lot of other very interesting information, which will enable anybody to clearly see where we are going, what we should expect. Not very good things, but I believe it is better for somebody to be prepared, to brace themselves, to make plans, knowing what is coming, than to be caught completely by surprise. Now, the details which are in front of your screen right now are repeated in the description area below this video on YouTube, and also in the comments area. If you're able to, don't miss this Moto Kuliko Pasi ya Makaa special report. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.